Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 4 of orientation. We had all kinds of cool books up here on the screen. Many of you shared your favorite Mo Williams titles in the chat box. Hopefully your sound is working. If so, give us that smiley face or a thumbs up. This is Mrs. Longcar on the microphone. Hopefully your sound is working. Thank you, Ryder Engage, for that note in the chat box. Okay, I saw Genesis give that smiley face, so hopefully everybody else's sound is also working. I'm going to put the chat box away, but if you have any questions during this class, feel free to type them there. Mrs. Loeb is manning the chat box this session. Learning coaches and students, you should be sitting and listening together. Mrs. Loeb and I always say this: teamwork makes the dream work. And the teacher wants to know, is your learning coach sitting with you? If so, put that green check up for yes or that red X for no, and go ahead and grab them. And as you probably noticed, we are getting started closer to that actual start time. When you begin with your teachers, they'll begin pretty much every class on time, so you want to make sure you're logging in a few minutes early to check your sound. Awesome. Let's see, Chris's learning coach, Jaden's learning coach, Suhaila's learning coach. I see a lot of green checks. Now we're going to use those green checks and red X's for true or false for the first quick check question. This sentence says you can detach the video panel in Blackboard to create a larger view when your teacher uses the video feature or webcam. Is that true or is that false? And the green checks have it. If you didn't put that green check up, go ahead and do that now. That is 100% true. We practiced that yesterday in class. Okay, I'm going to get rid of those green checks and red X's and change your polling options to multiple choice. Which button allows students to move to breakout rooms? Is it A, B, or C? So go ahead and choose your answer. Which button allows students to move to breakout rooms? Think about how you moved yourself into those Eric Carle breakout rooms yesterday. You got it, Adriana and friends. It's going to be letter C, that main room button. And you'll be able to move yourselves into breakout rooms when your teacher gives you that privilege. Awesome. I think everybody has that correct answer. We're going to clear the results and move on to number 3. Back to those green checks for true and red X's for false. Teachers can view student desktops to provide support and check information on the student's laptop. Is that true or false? And I'll give you a hint. Think about what we did at the end of the last class yesterday. That's going to be a green check. Go ahead and put true up. We went ahead, we put you guys into your individual breakout rooms, and then Mrs. Lobo and myself checked your computer for test nav. If you missed us checking your computer, just stay logged in. I think Christopher, I still have to check yours, and we'll pull you down into a breakout room at the end to check that computer. Okay, folks, give yourselves a super smiley face. Awesome job on those quick check questions. So now we're going to do a progress check. Are you up to date with assignments? Can I have a volunteer read those highlighted mastery graded assignments? Okay. Go ahead, John Leon. Click on that talk button and you can read these highlighted mastery assignments.
Okay. started working in the PE elective course in the OLS. Complete your
contingency plan
and emails to your advisor. Complete the Nearpod lesson. Completed the getting to know your Illuminate assessment. Install test math software.
You got it, buddy. Let's give him a round of applause. Awesome job on that mic first thing this morning. And hopefully everybody has these mastery assignments completed. If you need any help with them, just let myself know or Mrs. Loeb know. Can I have another volunteer? Go ahead and read these 5 session topics. You can see there must be someone who wants to read. Okay, Christopher, go ahead and click on that talk button and you can read the 5 topics.
Organize workspace.
School materials and technology, technical support, technical support, internet safety, online etiquette.
You got it. Let's go ahead and give him another round of applause. Awesome job. So by the end of this class, everyone should be able to identify and organize workspace. You'll be familiar with the materials and technology used at Agora. You'll know who to contact when you experience technical issues. You'll also understand how to safely use the internet, and you'll understand the appropriate way to behave and communicate in an online setting. So let's go ahead and answer this question in the chat box. What is wrong with this workspace? For example, I can type the chair is sideways. You definitely can't sit in a chair when it's like this on the floor. You can see Pigeon is a little stressed that his workspace is very messy. Yes, there's books on the floor. There's food around the computer. You should never have food or drink around your computer. Make sure you're typing in the room tab for everybody to see. I'm going to give you your whiteboard tools and ask that you click on the line tool and just put an X over the items that do not belong in the workspace, or at least don't belong in the workspace the way they currently are. Yep, basketballs on the floor, there's chips on the PC. I mean, I love chips, but you should never have food around your computer. It is a mess. No video game controllers, you got it. Now we're going to go ahead and put the tools away. And I'm going to switch screens, and I want you to answer this question in the chat box. How is this workspace better? Go ahead and tell us in the room tab. Yes, Jaden, it's clean. I'll see if anybody types my favorite O word. Yep, Rashad, it's clean. The books are on the shelf. The chair is upright. Oh, Genesis, you got it. It's organized, my favorite O word. Oh, Jackson typed that in there too. Perfect. I just gave you all your toolbox again over here. Grab that open square tool, and now just put a box around the items that belong in your workspace the correct way. So I went ahead and just put that box around the upright chair. You're right, there's that computer and printers. The books are on the shelf now. There's a calendar. some Post-its back here. I always call Mrs. Lowe the Post-it Queen. I just want to point out this box right here. As you get your materials delivered, it is helpful if you can keep a few boxes. At the end of the year, there may be some items you just have to send back to K-12. If you have those boxes, it makes it easier. If you already recycled them, no worries. You can use any box. Okay, I think you guys found everything on that screen. Awesome job. Give yourselves a round of applause. Great teamwork. So let's go ahead and answer this question about your workspace. Is it A, organized, my equipment is set up and my materials are not cluttered? Is it B, my workspace is still being organized, I will finish soon? Or is it C, my workspace is not organized yet, but I will ask my learning coach to help me get started after this session? I'm going to go ahead and put my answer up. Everybody should be using that polling tool that looks like this to put your answer up over here. Okay, go ahead, Adriana and Jaden. Rylan, oh, I just saw Rylan's answer come through. So Adriana and Jaden, you can find your polling tool. It looks like this. It's over here on the left-hand side of the screen. Okay, Jaden, go ahead and put your answer up, buddy. And the survey says we had 12 people say their workspace is organized, and 6 people said that they are still working on it, but they'll be finished soon. Wow. I think for the first time ever, we had nobody choose letter C. You guys are on the ball. Awesome job. So here are some pictures of our workspaces. This is Mrs. Loeb. As you can see, it's a little bit different. It's at her kitchen island. As long as you guys have a quiet, distraction-free work area, that's all we can ask you. It does look different in everybody's household. If you have an office, I'm actually sitting up here right now. It doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes I'm downstairs in my kitchen at my island. So as you can see, it just really depends on what is going to work for you and your family. In that workspace, though, you should have workbooks and textbooks and course materials, maybe some pencils or pens or a ruler, crayons, maybe even a globe if you got one with your history course. You know, sometimes the younger grades get some blow-up globes. Here are some materials that are not necessarily supplied by K-12, those pencils, pens, or crayons. K-12 does not send paper. You do have to purchase your own paper, maybe a notebook or two, and some calendars and planners to help you stay organized. And again, if you still have some of these K-12 boxes, it is helpful to put them aside. You may need them at the end of the school year. Since you're a cyber school, you have all types of technology in your workspace, including a K-12 issued laptop, a headset, and a printer and scanner that includes ink. I'm going to go ahead and ask for a volunteer to read these items that are not necessarily supplied by K-12. And if you've already had to turn on the mic, try to keep that hand down. Okay, Geraldine, here you go. Click on that talk button and you can start with this word phone. It's okay if you change your mind, my dear. We can go ahead and pass the microphone to Yamilet. Go ahead, Yamilet. Click on that talk button.
Phone. Mouse. Internet.
You got it, my dear. And just click on that talk button to put the microphone away. Let's give her a round of applause. And I know a lot of you actually do receive that mouse now with your laptop, which is really handy because sometimes that touchpad on the laptop can be a little sensitive. At least mine is. Maybe it's just me. Okay, so sometimes with those different types of technology, there can come problems. Lucky for you, we have 2 branches of tech support here at Agora. I just gave everybody their toolbox over here. Grab that pointer and click right where it says K-12 Tech Support. You contact K-12 if you have issues with the online school, Blackboard, or any K-12 loaned equipment. They have this 1-855 number. They are available 7 days a week, actually, and you can even chat with them online. Over here, go ahead now and click where it says Agora Tech Support. This is who you contact if you have tech issues with ClassLink, Tyler, or any special education assistive technology. They have a 1-844 number, and they're only available Monday through Friday. We do suggest that you do try sending that email to Agora Support or support@agora.org. Just make sure you include the learning coach and student's first and last name, phone number, and details about the issue. Agora Support tends to respond faster to the emails, and sometimes if their lines are busy, it's hard for people to get through. So as you can see, there's always someone to contact if you're having any technical issues. Now we're going to go over the proper use of the laptop, so hopefully this will prevent you from having any tech issues. The school loan laptop is for school use only. Only access content, programs, and websites that are part of the Agora curriculum and class assignments. Logging into unapproved websites, downloading software, games or music can cause viruses and laptop malfunction. So again, the school loan laptop is for school use only. So let's go ahead and use our open square tools to answer this question. What could happen if you don't take care of your laptop and it stops working? Place an open square around the possibilities. There's that poor stressed pigeon again. I'm going to go ahead and put a box around must call K-12 tech support. And I see some boxes going up pretty much around everything. You'll have to use that contingency plan or backup plan. You'll be unable to complete assignments, and you may even miss live sessions, which means you'll be marked absent. So again, that's why it's extremely important that you only use your school laptop for school-related items. Okay, great job, guys. We're going to put those printers, or we're going to put those tools away. And now we're going to watch a short internet safety video. As you watch it, I want you to listen for 5 tips. We're going to review the tips after the video ends. I did test this video before class, so it should work. I'm going to pop it up into your web browser. It's going to be a little loud, so you might want to turn your volume down just a little bit. I know it has scared me before when it started. So here's the video. If you have any trouble with this popping up, I'll put it in the chat box as well. And just come back to the classroom and give that green check when the video ends. Okay, and don't worry if you had any trouble with the video. Remember, always check out that chat box if the video doesn't show up for you. That way you can grab that link from the chat box. If you didn't have a chance to watch it, no worries. We're going to go over those 5 tips now. We kind of condensed them into 4 tips. What I'm going to have you do is respond with a green check for yes or a red X for no. And just like the video said, it's going to be a lot of common sense. So just think about what would the best answer be, and think about what the video said. So number 1 says, should you give out your personal information or share pictures with strangers? Green check means yes, red X means no. Oh my goodness, I'm seeing a lot of red X's. That is correct. You should never give out personal information or share pictures with strangers. So go ahead, Chris and Jerry, put those red X's up. Great job. We're going to go ahead and clear your answers and move on to number 2. Should you tell an adult if you receive a strange or mean message? Is that green check? Yes. Red X? No. The green checks have it. That is yes. It's not being a tattletale. It's staying safe online. So if you don't have a green check up, go ahead and put that green check up now. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to number 3. Should you download non-school related programs and click on advertisements for free stuff? Green check for yes, red X for no. Now your and friends have it. That's going to be the red X. So put that red X up if you didn't. You definitely should not click on anything, even if it says, click here to win $1 million. The only thing you're going to really win is going to be a computer virus probably. So never click on those advertisements. Okay, last but not least, number 4 says, should you create unique passwords and keep them secure? Green check for yes, red X for no. You got it, Anaya and friends. That's going to be a green check. Your learning coach created those unique usernames and passwords for the online school. Agora Tech Support created them for ClassLink. Definitely want to do that to stay safe. Give yourselves a round of applause. Awesome job answering those internet safety questions. Keep these tips in mind all year long. So now we're going to talk about netiquette. This is what we call online etiquette. We just want to remind everybody to always use your manners. So when you hear someone say netiquette, think about your manners. So Piggy wants to know, does online etiquette or netiquette mean we must get dressed up before going online? No, but you can get dressed up if you want. It is the correct way to behave and communicate in an online environment. I have to admit, folks, sometimes there are days where I am still in my pajamas, so I definitely don't get dressed up for online etiquette. I think Piggy was just being silly. So let's talk about online etiquette in Blackboard, or this virtual classroom. Basically, you just want to use common sense again. Think about it before you do it. Remember to be polite and to write please and thank you. There's that netiquette, those manners. Can I have another volunteer read this sentence right here? It has to do with off-topic questions. Okay, Genesis, I don't think we've heard from you yet. Go ahead and jump on that microphone. Do not. Ask off topic.
Questions during class. Instruction or purposefully disrupt.
Imperfectly disrupt class.
You got it, buddy. And just put that talk button away. Put the phone away. Awesome job. I have another volunteer read this sentence right here. Here you go, Jerry Ellis. Jump on that talk button.
Respect
Respect
the ideas of your
teachers and classmates.
Awesome job, my dear. Go ahead and put that microphone away. The next one says, do not type in all caps. It looks like you are yelling. And only using emoticons when permitted. You guys have been doing a fantastic job following along and not putting a bunch of silly emoticons down here in the chat box. That can be really distracting. Okay, one more volunteer about sarcastic or angry comments. Rashad, I don't think we've heard from you yet, so I didn't click on that talk button.
Don't write sarcastic or angry comments even if you are joking, because others may not think you are joking.
You got it, buddy. We have this computer screen between us. It's hard to tell if someone's joking or not just by what they're typing, because we can't see your face or your facial expression. Let's give all 3 of our volunteers a round of applause. Thanks for jumping on those microphones. And remember, we're going to try our best to give other people a turn, so that way we can hear different voices on those mics. Fantastic. So here's an example for you. You have a question about the next day off from school. Which of the following is the correct way to respond or behave during your science class about the solar system? Is it A, type the following question in the chat, when is the next day off from school? Is it B, raise your hand multiple times to get your teacher's attention? Or is it C, email your question to your teacher after class? I'll give you a hint. What I'm doing right now is not the correct answer. You can see it's really distracting when I raise my hand over and over and over again. So we can take away letter B, and now you have letters A or letter C. Which one makes the most sense? Oh man, awesome job. Those letter C's have it. Definitely email your question to your teacher after class. Remember, this lesson was science about the solar system, nothing to do with the next day off of school. Plus, sometimes during class, your teacher doesn't always see all the messages down here if there are a lot coming through. So you want to make sure they're always on topic. Awesome job. Give yourselves a thumbs up. I think everybody answered letter C. Email your question to your teacher after class. So when you are emailing, please make sure you include the student's first and last name if sending an email message from the Learning Coach email account. Also, respond to email within 24 hours during the school week. Be specific when requesting support through email, and inform your family coach immediately if the Learning Coach email changes. And you can actually update that in Tyler on your end as well. For phone etiquette, please answer or return phone calls within 24 hours during the school week. Delete old messages so the voicemail isn't full. I have to share an embarrassing story. 3 weeks ago, I was getting calls during class, but nobody was leaving a voicemail. And that's when I realized my voicemail was completely full, so nobody could leave a voicemail. So make sure you don't fool Mrs. Longcard. Delete those old messages. Also, inform your family coach immediately if your phone number changes. Always leave your name and student's full name, a phone number, and the specific question or concern each time you contact school staff. And we'll try our best to get back to you within 24 hours as well. So that was a lot of information about etiquette, but hopefully the online etiquette makes a little more sense now. You kind of have some guidelines. We're just going to add one assignment, and I know many of you already have this done. Organize your workspace. Make sure you complete any missing graded assignments. That means that online school lesson 1 in phys ed. Email that contingency plan to myself, Mrs. Longcar, if you're in grades K2, Mrs. Lowe if you're in grades 3-5. If you didn't do that Nearpod lesson, make sure you have that done. Illuminate Getting to Know You assessment from yesterday, and everybody should have Test Nav downloaded. Christopher, I'm going to ask you stay logged in so I can just check your computer screen really quick. And you can see Tiki is saying, look at my organized workspace, and all his friends are saying, wow, it looks great. So you have about a half an hour to focus on any of these missing assignments, or taking a break, or even organizing your workspace. If you don't have any questions, you can log out. If you have any questions, you can raise your hand, and we'll try our best to answer them. See everybody back in class at 10 o'clock.